afraid of getting my COVID germs.
I didn't give a shit. But everybody be worried about me because I still haven't been vaccinated yet.
All right. So
I probably still wouldn't get it.
My wife and kids never got it. They tested every other day.
So, where was the last point you were in?
Hold
You
on.
remember the last
I could
spot?
tell you directly. Give me 2 seconds.
I'm trying to remember if you were still in Baldur's Gate.
Because I know he was with us during in the vault
Food
with the
base.
one dude.
Yeah, I think that was the last
but I
one.
can't remember if he went to Candlekeep with us. I don't think he
so.
did.
We're heading to
Because
Candlekeep was the last words I said.
Yeah. So he
Okay.
traveled. He was
So-
traveling with us to Candlekeep, but he wasn't there anytime.
Yeah, we
while
were-
we were
What we'll
Such a
say
Candlekeep.
is, I think Brandon was there for part of that, wasn't he?
I don't think he was there for the travel, but he was there for the vault. He was there when we were in the vault for Candlekeep.
Yeah, he got
He
there
was there for
at
the
that
trip,
point.
but not the whole trip. And then the
So what I'll say is, essentially, your character ended up having
I don't know.
your character ended up going out for a couple of drinks in Baldur's Gate on the night before you guys were supposed to leave. While you were out drinking, you ended up getting into a poker game in one of the back alley taverns. Your character actually started having some really good luck and rolling really, really well. A couple of the guys there started getting pissed off, and they thought that you were cheating.
I swear to God, if you arrest him again, that's
So,
hilarious.
no.
Disorderly conduct.
So basically, they ended up dragging you into an alley and trying to rob you. They really did not realize how adept you were at that point. Because I think
And
you're
it's just
level
funny
5
every
now,
time
right?
that happens.
You're level 4.
He's I think
Level 4.
You're level 4. I mean, these are just some low-level, guard type guys. They really didn't realize that you had been in town. They hadn't really seen a whole lot of you, and you ended up getting in the game. You were able to, charm your way in, get in on the game. Being that they had not seen you, because most of your time while in Baldur's Gate had been spent in dungeons fighting. They did not realize that you had been in town for long enough to have that kind of experience already.
The trick is
So
every attack.
after you got into the game, they ended up dragging you in an alley. You kind of let them drag you in the alley, and they ended up trying to rob you. But you were able to fend them off. And you were good. You were able to actually take them down. You were able to get.
Like if you roll like 11, you don't want to waste your sanity. If you're doing 11 plus your 4 damage, which is 15. So that's why I'm saying just
You were able to pull 77 gold off of them.
Nice.
And then as you were traveling down one of the alleys, basically you ended up coming across one of the
there is a Thursday night
like a
football.
we'll just say like a
And I
brothel
think
type
Dad-
like showroom,
Dad was worried about
and ended
going
up
watching
basically
the
just
game
passing out in
too. I
there
have to talk to
until
Jack
morning.
about that, 'cause I can't remember if I
So
told her
you were
about that.
basically just late leaving from Baldur's Gate. The rest of the party went ahead and took off. They didn't they didn't know where you were at or anything. So they ended up going ahead and taking off. So you went up to Zodge, and they had horses and everything ready for you. So you were able to get a horse from them. You were maybe half a day behind, just a few hours. But you were able to go ahead and travel to Candlekeep. You knew which way that you needed to go. You just had to follow the road. You came across the Worm Crossing Bridge. It's a bridge that was covered in a bunch of vendors and a couple little pickpocket children around. But you crossed the bridge, and shortly after crossing the bridge, you encountered
Hey, it's a moth.
yeah. It's like,
No, don't hit him at me.
damn it. Shortly after leaving the bridge, it took you, it's about a 5-day travel.
Okay.
You ended up making most of it on your own, no issues or problems. About a day before you got to Candlekeep, though, you did come across what seemed to be an overturned cart and three bodies that looked like they were basically stripped down and pushed to the side of the road. So basically, you can tell that like a fight took place. You get up to Candlekeep, and upon entry, the guards at the front of Candlekeep basically said to enter Candlekeep, you've got to basically donate a book to them.
Okay.
So hopefully you have a book that they don't already have in their in their possession.
It talks.
But while you were at the gate talking with the guards, Fisk saw that you were at the gate and actually came up and he's like, "Oh, he's all right. He's all right." And what he does is he actually reaches into his backpack and pulls out a cookbook that he goes and donates to Candlekeep so that way you can gain entry. And he let them know that you're good. He donated he had a cookbook, an old family cookbook. So he pulled that out of his pack. He's like, I had this one just as a backup anyway. The other guys already turned in a book, so we'll just turn this one in, and that way you're good to go. So Fisk went ahead and turned the book in, and then he led you back to where Silvira is. What was her name?
This. Pointless because you
Silvira.
Because this is if you have two weapons.
Yeah,
and you're
Silvira.
holding a big one.
He leads you back to her, and after just a little bit of interaction with her, she lets you know that at the top of one of the spires, they have a griffin waiting for you. It knows the path to Traxador's tower.
So that's going to make you harder to hit.
And so what you're going to do is that, that griffin's going to take you to Traxador's tower, and there he's going to be able to, because he owes her one, Traxagor's tower. He owes her one, and the rest of the group is already headed that way, so he'll be able to do a planar shift to get you into Avernus, basically taking you down into the first of the 9 levels of hell, where Elturel is, and basically porting you down there. So, you're able to hop on the Griffin. Was Brandon here last session?
No.
He was here though.
He was
Last
time he was
he
here.
made it to the tower.
I tossed him in the.
He made it to the tower though, but he didn't get to Elturel.
He was trying. Because there was one where he wasn't here, and I think Brandon was traveling with us. So I think Brandon was with us during the traveling, but I don't think you pulled him in with us.
Okay.
I
So
think
he's gonna
I
be-
can't remember. I haven't seen the.
I'm
the
pretty
videos.
sure.
It's been
I want to say he was at Traxagor's tower because he saw the elephant with the rest of you guys.
That's right. He did see the elephant. Yep. So he was.
He made
with
it
us.
to Traxagor's.
Yeah.
So you will ride on the back of that griffin. It knows the path already. You don't have to direct it. That griffin gets to Traxagor's tower, and then once it gets to Traxagor's tower, you end up descending a long stairwell and getting down into what looks like his giant laboratory. Once you get into the laboratory, the laboratory. Once you get into the laboratory, you hear a crackle, and it sounds like a crackle and like a snap and a pop. And then there is another room where you see, as you're getting down, you see a lab. There's another door leading into another room. And you just see, around the edge of that door, just this bright, bright light just kind of snaps. And once that happens, the door opens up. And you see a otter wearing a lab coat and glasses hopping out of the door. And once the otter comes out, you see him jump up on a stool. And he's like, all right, now that those guys are... Who are you? Wait. Were you supposed to be with the other group?
Yes, right behind him.
Son of a... All right, come with me. And you see him, like, scurry down. He's like, wait. He scurries back up. He's like, I lost the key again. Give me a perception check. He's like, help me find the key. I just had it.
How in the hell?
How do you have rocks?
No, he's got metal dice. that he needs
Pretty
to roll
much
that
have
trigger.
rocks. 16.
Yeah.
16. Okay. As you are searching through, like, you go over to the table that he's next to, and he's like, I just had it, and he's like sifting through. As you are like helping him look real quick on the table, on the far end of the table on the corner, you see a little piece of like a tuning fork kind of sticking out, and you notice that it's kind of like vibrating and humming, and it's got this very weird, like it's very, very low tone right now, but it's got a very low, like demonic, like hum to it. And you pick it up, you're able to pick it up, and you're like, this? And he's like, yes, thank you. He's like, come on, bring it with you. And so he hops down off the chair and heads into the next room. And on the floor of this room, you see this giant arcane circle kind of etched into the floor. You see it like kind of emanating like, red and bluish like light. And he's like, the key, if you don't mind. And so you're able to give him the key, and he kind of takes it, and he goes to the middle of the circle. He's like, come on now. And then you walk over and join him in the middle of the circle, and he's like, all right, this is going to be a little bit painful, but it'll be okay. And he takes the tuning fork and hits it across the ground, and it has this very high-pitched hum, but as he's like holding it up and like moving it around, you hear the hum just like start to get like really low and like a demonic tone kind of hum. And then once it hits a certain pitch, like a very low, like guttural, like grumbling demonic pitch, the whole room kind of lights up, and it kind of feels, like you've got electricity going through you. And then basically he casts planar shift and brings you down to Elturel.
Sick.
So, once he does that,
Cool people go to hell by themselves.
what I'll do is I'll read. Where'd it go? Wait. Alright. So, as that takes place, the room lights up very bright, like blinding light. You're like, oh. And then once, the light dissipates, you find yourself in the middle of a burning city.
Lovely. Lovely.
And he shits it.
A hot, stinging air assaults your senses. The city in which you stand is lined with buildings that are crumbling, if not already collapsed. The ground shuddering beneath your feet. In the red, smoky sky, a 400-foot diameter sphere of darkness discharges strokes of bluish-white lightning, striking the city at irregular intervals. Perched atop a distant bluff overlooking the rest of the city is a crumbling fortress. And then, as that happens, Straxagor's like, deuces! And you just see him, like, vanish.
Great. I'm in a burning city by myself.
Then
Yep.
like, Great Weapon Master. Just list.
And so, what we'll say is, actually, what we'll say is, you actually had to grab Brandon because he wasn't here for the last session, so he didn't actually make it to Elturel.
Oh, I didn't go by myself. All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, well, he's we'll just say that he's unconscious for right now.
Yay.
He passed out when he saw something strange when he got to the lab.
Oh, when I saw the elephant.
Yeah. He's like, hell. But so you had to basically sling him over your shoulder and carry him into the room, onto the room, and then so basically.
I can do it. I got
wanna
you.
be the
Yeah.
first
So basically, with that, it'll be you and
that's kinda what you're
Smiley
looking at.
that have teleported in.
Just
Traxagor was like,
what happened.
ah!
And I can help
And then
you
he
decide
disappeared
on some
out.
of them to figure that out.
Okay.
See, I
So-
can press the
You're
rotation, shoot some sparks in the air like a flare.
This would either 6 or 8.
You gonna do that?
Yeah, there we go.
This is
I'm gonna shoot some
Cool.
sparks in the air like a flare.
Uh,
No,
let's say Eurus, Ingros, Critias. You guys give me perception checks.
Okay.
Perception.
And then, Rhea.
10.
10,
Hey, it's better than the low ones. It's at least-
Perception 11.
11, 13. Okay. So Eurus and Rhea, you two are, you and Rhea, Eurus, are able to notice that in the distance, about where you guys kind of gauge that you came in, you see like a giant funnel of sparks going straight up into the air.
They see it or we do?
Eurus and Rhea does.
Okay.
You two didn't, but Eurus did.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the fort.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was like, it's not... It'll be easy to see, but... Because, I mean, most of the stuff you guys have seen has been coming down onto the city.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't really seen a whole lot of stuff coming up from the city. And this is like, the funnel of sparks coming
So
up
we've
in
already
there.
crossed the bridge.
Yeah,
because
you
that
guys
was
are
where we
just
left.
down from the cathedral.
Yeah,
Down
we're
from
we're
the
trying to
fortress.
we're about ready to enter the fortress.
Yes. So, with that, you know what, Maria's gonna go. Let me see, does she have... Actually, Rhea. So Rhea mentions to the group that she saw. Well, actually, she's not with you all just yet. She's around the corner. But Eurus, you were able to see the sparks going up in the air, kind of like a flare.
A
And
flare in the
it's
shape
not-
of a lute.
Flare in the shape. There you go.
There you
Flare
go.
in the shape of a lute, going up into the air. And you can gauge that it's pretty much about where you guys popped in, so you can kind of.
And we do see like the loot.
Yeah, you're aside.
Okay,
Rhea did too, but she's still on the other side of the building.
that's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, so you see this sparkle go in the air and it shapes out a loot, letting
Okay.
you guys know that
I have sparkle powers.
sparkle fingers.
That's not fucking.
But yeah, so you guys gonna do anything on that? Or are you still gonna head towards the?
If I don't see it, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
So.
Eurus, you
I'll
gonna?
tell him about it.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'll look. So then I'll look and I'll see the loot and I'll be like, "Bard's here."
Bar?
Duh.
Where bar?
Duh.
I look at my friend and repeat it. Bard?
Duh.
What friend?
I just keep saying "duh" at the end of it. Every time I hear you say "bar," I go "duh."
Eurus. I look at Eurus and Eurus.
Yes, I am a bard.
He is.
He kept saying "bar" though, no D, B-A-R. That's what Engros heard was "bar," no D.
Yeah, he didn't hear Bard. He's thinking, let's go get drunk.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Drunksky.
Drunk and stupid.
But actually, shortly after that, you guys see a flaming bolt go firing up into the air and then come back down about where just on the other side of the building from you guys.
So that's where Rhea and them are, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I want to try to see what that was.
I go to.
So, and then so so you're gonna go around the building, go down the.
Well, I was
going
to try to look in between the building, whatever
Okay.
the next gap is, because I'm assuming we're trying to walk pace with them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you get to the next side, the next little gap between buildings, you see Rhea and what's her name?
I think I'm looking down.
Grimboat.
No.
No,
Actually, I didn't write those names down.
Harkina.
That's right.
Yeah. You see Rhea and Harkina along with Lulu. And then Rhea goes and tells Lulu to basically fly over to where that's at. And if Lulu sees a couple of other guys, one being a human guy, one being a little demonic looking dude, it looks like, a cleric. It looks all like demonized, and then another bard, to go ahead and grab them and lead them over to where you guys are at. So, and then Reyes turns and sees you all, and she's like, I think we should be fine to go ahead on. Lulu should be able to give them some aerial support, and lead them over to where we're at. If you guys are fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We can go.
You're agreeable?
Because I'm just trying to find a way to get them back over with us, so I'm going to be working with them to get them just kind of back over, or however long it takes or whatnot.
Yeah.
So how far have we come before then? I feel like we didn't get that far into the city.
You guys are almost at the fortress. So you guys are like 80% of the way to the fortress.
Okay.
Yeah. Which you haven't really traversed a lot of the city, but there's a lot of stuff going on. So you're not going to be able to traverse the city easily with all the stuff that's happening. But I think Lulu should be able to give them some aerial eyeballs and get them over to where everybody else is at over here. So, if you guys are fine with that, I don't know if you guys want to hide in a building until they catch up, or if you guys want to push on to get to the fortress and then just wait like at the front of the fortress. It's up to you guys.
I would like to hide your kids, hide your wife.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, slap a bitch.
I look at yours for, like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I'm
It's up to you guys. I mean, we can go.
At this point, like, I'm trying to get, because I don't want to wait too long since we have civilians and non-combatants.
Yeah.
And I feel that they can move fairly quickly on their own. I want to keep pace. I might slow it down a little bit, be more precarious, but we need to get them in the fort where they're going to be safe, because right now they're sitting ducks.
Yeah.
So we have to get because we have the dwarves and then her with the child. We need to get them in the fort first, so that if we need to go back out and get them, then we can, but we need to get them in the fort first.
Yeah.
Then we can go back out and find the Waldo Rabbit and then Kalis. But we need to, I think we need to keep trucking to get them in, the civilians we have into the fort first and foremost.
Yeah, Ray kind of concurs with that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, that's Brando.
Yeah. Okay, because you guys have several non-combatants with you.
Yeah, we're bringing
Yeah, 2
civilians that we
kids,
found.
3 dwarves, and Harkina.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll do that. So Lulu takes off, and she's like, doo, doo, doo. She toots her little horn, her little snoot there, and then flies up over the city. She tries to get a good distance above so nobody even easily notices her being small. Shortly after you send up that loot, like a few minutes later, you're kind of looking around, just getting an eyeball on your surroundings.
Yeah, I have no idea where to go.
You do see down an alley just around the corner from where you guys are at, as you kind of surveying your area. You do see 3 bodies of bearded devils. So you see these purple skin. They look like they got tentacles for beards. They don't have any gear on them, so you can tell that they've been killed and beat up and stripped of their stuff. But you do see those just laying dead in the alley. And then as you guys are surveying, give me a perception.
All of us?
Yeah, just
okay.
Mac.
21.
21? Nice. So as you're surveying, you do happen to look up into the air, and you see a small golden flying elephant coming down just directly at you. It doesn't seem aggressive. It actually...
Elephant. They can't seem aggressive.
Yeah, it's kind of just flying like, just kind of side to side and coming down. And then it gets down to you guys and it's like, "Are you the Bard?"
I mean, I've been known by many things. Bard is one of them.
"The rest of the group sent me to get you."
This group would be who exactly?
No, the scaly one, the red skin, pointy eared one, all the rest of them.
That sounds about right.
Let's go. I'll lead you to them.
We couldn't take him seriously when he started using that voice either, so
He's
don't feel
killing
bad.
it. Nah, he's killing it.
But
We
so,
were struck.
when the elephant is speaking to you, though, you don't see her mouth moving. You actually just hear it in your mind. So she's telepathically talking with you. But basically, she lets Brandon's character also know. She kind of goes through that. And so you guys are able to trek through the city. Give me a D6 roll.
1.
Give me a D20 roll.
9.
Okay. So as you traverse through part of the city, you're able to get a couple
I'm still
of
dragging
blocks
him
over.
right now?
Huh?
Am I still dragging him?
No. If he's going to be close, I'll just say he's trucking behind you.
All right, he's trucking behind.
Yeah. He came to while you guys were searching the area, and he's trucking with you. And so you get a couple of blocks over, and I mean the buildings are just distraught, burning, falling over. You guys are seeing just plumes of smoke and fire just off in the distance. You can see these giant chains, kind of holding the city off in the far edges.
What the fuck?
So yeah, it's pretty bad. So you are able to travel basically towards me a couple of blocks, and then you guys turn to go north a little bit. Give me another D20 roll.
You got it. 14.
Ooh. So all right. Give me a D10 roll.
Is that it? Yes. 9.
9. So, as you are turning to head north, you end up seeing there is a bridge just off from... So basically you guys are right about here.
Alright.
And then you can see kind of up here there's a bridge that connects across, and this is just an empty chasm. There's nothing there.
Lovely.
But you are able to see the bridge. As you are looking at the bridge... Let me see, where is this thing at? Give me... Okay, so as you're going to the bridge, give me a perception check.
12.
12? Okay. Let me see. Okay. you happen to see a very large winged creature, like kind of gliding along the edge of the chasm, heading like towards the bridge a little bit. It looks like this.
I don't trust that at all.
Yeah, you see it gliding. It
I
hasn't
dare you to
noticed
fight it.
It hasn't noticed you. But as you see it, Lulu ends up like ducking. And she's like, "Big Bad, hide!
I'm absolutely hiding. Like,
Give me stealth." And I'll roll for Brandon real quick. Okay.
it's 19 plus 3.
He was in
22.
Discord. I don't know where he went.
Oh, he might have just got here.
I was gonna
Who
say he
knows?
might be here soon.
That was my guess too.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
22.
Okay. So you guys are able to hide. It does not notice you.
Excellent.
Nope. It does not notice you.
All
guys.
that work and then I just die.
So you I was gonna say that one would be a rough one to fuck with. Yeah. You need at least 3 of you guys together to deal with that thing.
I'm not
We didn't
fighting.
even bother fighting it.
Yeah,
we
I'm
were.
not-
I was
I'm not much of a fighter as
actually
it
able to
is.
negotiate my way out of it.
Yeah.
I thought we did
Um,
fight it a little, and then it hurt us real bad.
Had to go rescue Paige. Thank you very much. So, haha, suck it. I win. That's what Brandon said. So, okay.
So is he not gonna make it?
I have no idea.
Sounds like he's not.
No.
It's fine.
Just pull him off. It's you by yourself with Lulu.
Yeah,
We'll
he tucks him in a building.
Yeah, we'll say that he ended up pushing his way into a building.
He
Uh,
peed while you were holding him and you didn't want to be wet, so you just dropped him in a building.
Check
Well, I was
out.
gonna say, as you guys push into a building, he ends up knocking himself unconscious,
Again.
and he's just kind of dead weight for now.
You just love knocking him out or
I'm
having him
just
sleep.
gonna knock him unconscious.
narcoleptic
Here,
elf.
I'll like
and-
mark the outside of the building with something. I'm sure I can do that, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we'll mark the
You
outside
can
of the building.
carve like an X or something into the building.
I'll carve a
Uh,
loot on the side of the building. I got you.
So this is Brandon's
yeah, that'll
character.
work. Yeah, it's Brandon.
So
Yeah, we'll just say you can mark the door with that, and then you can set it up to where like some bookshelves or maybe some tables or something kind of fall in the door, barring it shut.
All right.
how much stuff has happened to Brandon's character anyway?
We don't, I
Lots.
don't know.
Lots. Not enough though.
He's been chained. He's been put in a bag.
Yeah.
He's been encased in whatever.
Yeah, he's been
Element.
knocked around pretty well.
Damn near drowned.
But after it swings by and heads north, you're able to come back out, bar up that door, and then basically keep trucking on. You get up to the bridge, and then you're able to get across the bridge. And then once you get across the bridge, Lulu basically says, hey, we're going to head south. And head towards the fortress still. So, give me another D20 roll.
11.
Don't roll on the table if it's metal dice. You're not rolling on the table, are you?
But I'm using this.
Oh,
You
okay.
got this.
I just want to be sure. I keep hearing the thud, and I'm like,
Yeah,
God, I
this-
keep forgetting he's got the metal dice. I don't want him to ding your
Them
table
some
up.
hefty boys. I still have to refinish this thing, and honestly, I might sand down a lot of these.
Well, that'll put holes in it.
Yeah, it'll ding it.
Oh,
I can't stand plastic dice. It has to be heavy.
I don't know.
They're
mean,
math
I don't-
rocks. They're called
What
rocks.
was it?
for-
There's a set of those where they're like, the dice are actually made out of like different elements, like boron and titanium.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, shit.
These are steel, and
Yeah.
these are nickel right here. These are nickel.
Yeah. There's
But
some
I want
gold.
one of like everything. I found some bone ones. I want some bone ones.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those. Those are kind of nice.
That's not creepy at all.
But yeah, so you said you rolled 11. Roll me a D10.
I'll roll you
Wait,
two.
you didn't have to do anything with the winged thing? That's not fair. I had to talk my way through that bastard.
It wasn't him. It was a different one.
Oh, never mind then. I
Yeah.
feel better now.
Yeah, no, it was
I talked my way through that asshole.
Dos.
I roll 2 Ewok heads and I raise you 5.
Was that? Hang on, was that the?
Yeah, remember there was a wing one where he was lazy and depressed, and I talked my way through him.
Yeah, there was that
I
one
have a
depressed
stupid
character.
high persuasion, so I ain't worried about that at all. And deception, that's also ridiculously high.
Well, yeah, because your charisma should be like out off the charts.
Yeah, no, that wasn't this guy. That was something else. That was a different one.
No, I thought it was a wing thing, and I thought you used
Yeah,
that same
yeah, it was a
picture,
wing
but yeah.
thing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. I was just kind of curious. I was like, wait a minute, that's not fair.
Mm,
I had to fucking bribe that motherfucker so we could get by.
I'll talk him into giving me money.
It's a demon.
Oh,
How does
no,
it
it
have
was
money?
this one. Why was I
You
thinking it was a
apparently- you
different
gave it to
creature?
him.
Well, we fought some stuff right after we met him, so
Yeah.
that might have been where the flip flop happened.
Oh no, I was looking at the wrong. Okay, I was looking at the wrong name.
This is one of the classes
That was
we're
the
thinking
horde.
you're going to eventually be
That
really
was that
good
one.
with.
Okay.
We're just trying to get
But,
you used to it. That's why we started with the.
Thanks.
Yeah. So no, you do.
Just started with this because
That creature ends up. You do see that creature fly by, but you end up hearing inside of your mind, because I forgot this is the one that. This is the
I just
depressed
want to see
one.
him roleplay this. I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
see what he does with this.
Well, I was gonna say I was still gonna have it just kind of go by, but you do hear. You're getting a lot of weird telepathic pings in your mind.
Well, there's a golden elephant talking to me, so.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But as the creature goes flying by, you kind of hear, "Oh, why do I gotta be here? This isn't any fun. Will this war never end? God, I hate this." You hear that in your mind as the creature goes flying by.
It's a demonic flying Eeyore.
I love it.
Yes.
That's what we determined.
But it ends up continuing on. And then roll a d10.
1.
Okay. So as you are walking between a couple of buildings, you end up hearing. So basically, we'll say, like, you made it across a bridge, and you're like trekking through between like a couple of these buildings, and as you are doing that, you start to hear like wood creak and snap, and you start to see the walls coming down. Give me a dexterity save.
Shit. Where's mine? Oh, 9.
Ooh. So, as it's coming down, you are. Do you want? So you're a little ways in. Do you want to keep going forward, or you want to go back?
I'll go forward.
You want to go forward? Okay.
Press it on and let's
So
go.
as you are going forward, a lot of wood and rubble starts coming down, and you end up getting hit by a couple chunks of wooden beams. You end up taking 9 points of bludgeoning damage from wood chunks hitting you, a beam hits you. You're able to get towards the end, so you're not like pinned underneath it, but you did take some pretty big hits from stuff
Damn
falling.
near half my life. Let's go.
Yeah, so you did take some pretty big hits. But Lulu goes down and she checks. She's like, "You okay?"
Just a flesh wound.
Oh, good. I was
British
worried.
accent. You gotta do it with the British accent if you're gonna use that line.
I can't do accents.
Damn it.
It's bad.
It's only a flesh wound.
It's only a flesh wound.
But she basically like kind of gets underneath your arm and kind of helps you up, and lets you know. She's like, "It's only a little further." So as you are trekking down, Critias, your group has progressed forward a little bit. One of you guys give me a d20.
I got it.
That gets into it.
10.
Okay. So you guys are able to get down towards the very end, right before. So you guys are able to get down to right about here.
Wouldn't we be a little behind those buildings?
No, because
Well, you guys are coming around this way. So you met up with Rhea and Harkina here, and then you're able to progress down, and you guys are basically posted up right at the edge of the building.
Yeah, because the path is we're using the cover of these buildings here, working our way through to get essentially through all this so then we can get to the fort, but that way we're not out in this open line right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Where everything can see us.
You guys are able to get down. You can either come out this way, or if you guys want to progress a little more
This
and
way.
come out.
I want to progress all the way down because my goal is
And
I want to
then-
get to this gap and then kind of do like
come up and around.
Come up and around because I feel we could use the buildings for cover and get through. What's your question?
Also, aren't there like guards like right around here and then about here?
We haven't gone. We haven't seen there. We haven't
Not
got
you've
that
come
far.
across.
And we're trying to get into that fort because that's the stronghold where all the people are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why we haven't run into anything yet because we're not there. But that's where we're going.
So we'll say that Waldo, you are right about here. You're able to progress down this way, and then give me another D20 roll.
3.
Okay. Okay. Clear. No problems. So you are able to trek there. Once you get to about right here, you notice that there is, or actually where the piece is at. So you guys have moved down to that point, and you've made it to there. As you get to that point, Lulu's, leading you down that path. You see there's the bodies of a small handful of imps, and then this weird little creature that had like these, this metal helmet that had like ears on it. A little weird looking dude. But there's also a crumbled building, and you can see where a bunch of the rubble was dug out. And like it's not clear, but you can see where there was like a pocket underneath some of the rubble and it was dug out. And then you guys are posted up at the end of the buildings there. Waldo, give me one more D20 roll.
19.
Ooh. Give me a D10 roll.
5.
Okay. So as you are progressing through, you get down a couple more houses.
If I need to, if I'm not able to do it, I'm going to see if we can go over to mom and dad's, but it just
Okay. You are getting through, so you are probably maybe 2 houses away from the rest of the group. Lulu's kind of up in the air.
Are you gonna hang Lula up in the air and have her fly for us?
This is Lulu, right there.
I'm gonna fly.
But no, so as you are rounding the corner to get to the rest of the group, Lulu kind of lets you know, she's like, they're around the corner. But as you are rounding that corner, you hear from behind you hear flapping. You hear a bunch of flapping, and you hear another dude charging at you. And they're a good little ways away. They're a good 60, 70 feet away, but they see you just barely rounding the corner. And they're like, intruders, get them! Get the humans! What you doing?
The 5 Ds.
D's!
dodge, duck.
Dodge.
You guys, Critias, Eurus, Ingros, you guys are also, you hear this yell coming from behind you. And right as that takes place, you see Lulu like come down, do a swoop move, and come right up behind you, and you guys turn around, you're able to see Waldo duck around the corner right next to you guys.
Friend.
So,
Oh, God.
No, friend. I point.
Was that Brandon or Eric? Is Brandon on
I
here?
don't know.
I'm here.
Well, I know you are, but I thought I heard. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
so
he's
Brandon's on there. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I heard a voice that wasn't Eric.
I'm
Oh.
like 10 minutes out, guys. I had to go rescue Paige, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're good.
Matt.
I look at yours and say, friend, help.
Get him! Kill all the interlopers!
Interlopers.
And then Lulu turns and, in the mind of Eurus, and then Critias, and then Waldo, she's like, well, time to run!
So I'm whatever you guys are
When
gonna
to
do.
run?
Yeah.
Time to run.
Come to
So
tell me
I'm
twice. I'm booked.
I'm-
Just making sure I heard
yeah,
right.
I'm gonna book it to
Yeah.
try to get to the gate of the castle then. With but I want to make sure that the dwarves, and then is it Aurelia? Or
Arkina.
Arkina, and her holding the kid are in front of us.
Okay.
But I want to keep them or kind of keep them in between. Like I want to be I'll be in the
Kind of shield them
front,
a little bit.
keep them in between us, have him behind, and we can have Eric kind of like in between or something, kind of moving that way to get to the castle.
Okay.
Or the fort.
Were
I
there
should
any
say.
more civilians with us?
No, just the 3 dwarves, the 2 kids, and Harkina,
Okay.
the lady.
So
Uh.
how many people are coming against us?
You're not entirely sure. He just saw flapping and a little armor dude.
And everybody's booking it. I'm
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
Yeah, we're booking it, trying to get into the fort.
I'm ready for battle. My character's ready to
If
fight.
you're gonna fight, sure.
You can stay and fight, but the rest of the group's running.
Yeah, well, I'm running.
Run in.
I'll actually tell him, I'll say, no fight, run now, fight later.
Fight later. Eurus,
Yes.
fight later. I follow Eurus.
Okay. Give
damn right.
me one last D20 roll as you guys round the very bottom of the steps.
My turn.
For everybody or just one for the group?
Just one for the group.
You don't want that.
Yeah, we
What
did.
is it?
6.
It's just it's a random encounter
okay.
roll. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily you're rolling for a skill or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
You could roll a 20 and a bad thing happens to us.
So you guys are able to basically book it around the corner, and then get up to the stairs and basically run up the stairs into the front door of the fortress.
So we're inside now.
Yes.
Cool. All right. I'm waiting outside to make sure everybody gets in. So I'm staying at the door, counting as they go in. Because also, did we see him? Did we see Waldo, or did we just hear?
No, you guys see him. You see him duck
so
around the corner.
I'm waiting for him to get inside as well.
Do
And
we
then
also
I'm
see
taking, and then I'm
Kalis?
bringing him up
Nah,
the
he's
rear
shoving
when
that
I
building.
come through.
Okay. So as you guys are approaching the fortress, let's see. This cliff-top castle was once the crowning architectural jewel of Elturel. Only 3 of its 5 towers are still standing, though they appear abandoned. The wooden gates that once led into the castle grounds have been shattered, leaving a gaping hole in the wall. The west side of the castle has been reduced to a pile of smashed brick and broken wood. The surviving buildings are blackened with soot. At the center of the castle grounds, the High Hall Cathedral stands defiant. So you guys are able to get up into the main hall there.
Where is just because he's back now, Brando still's got to catch up with us. doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay. All right, but we're all in the fort now. So okay.
You mean Kalis has to?
I was talking to George. I wasn't talking to the DM. I was
Yeah.
just asking George. Because Brandon's back with us now.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's on the Discord.
I think he's in his car on his way.
Yeah, I think he said he's a couple minutes
okay.
I'm
out.
on my third screen right now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay,
So he'll
cool.
be here in just a minute.
Sounds good to me.
So as you guys enter in, let's see. Okay.
Was that good or bad?
Well, as you guys get inside the doors of the cathedral right at the start, or at the up the stairs, you guys are able to duck in the door, the hole in the doors.
Yeah.
And you guys are able to wait a few minutes, and no one seems to come running up behind you.
But we're all in there with the civilians, but no
Yes.
demons.
Yeah, whatever it was that was yelling and chasing you did not see which way you went and did not follow you up to the...
That's why you had that face. You're like, well, damn, that was going to be fun.
Yeah. I was like, did they... No, these guys turned left instead of right. I was like, did they see where they... Nope,
Damn.
they did not.
That would have been funny. All right. Do we see anybody in the fort? Like, does anybody
give me
come out when they come
perception
through?
checks.
All right.
Anybody can do perception checks.
21.
21?
Yeah.
Anybody else looking around?
14.
14?
I don't see shit.
You're with us. You're with us now.
Oh, I'm
too.
with
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
now.
you're with the
Oh,
group.
sick.
You caught up with us.
Yeah.
So we're
So-
going to move you here because
That's
now
funny.
we're here.
Yeah.
I rolled that
so, nice. Yeah, once
What
you
was your
rounded
total,
that
though?
corner, you
22.
saw the group, and you see them, like, book it, because Lulu told all you guys to book it. And basically you guys go out and take a right, and basically, because you guys were right here, so you guys go out, take a right, and then come all the way around, and then up the stairs into the fortress.
And you saw me standing at the door, like waving you in because you were at the very, very back. And then
Yeah.
everybody got in, and
And
I was the last
so
one through.
you notice that, like, centralized in the group, there is a woman with 2 children, and then 3 dwarves that are with you all. And they're all, like, you know, commoners. But you guys all get up into the fortress, and you're with them.
Is any of those dwarfs Orsic?
No.
Okay.
Nope. They're
You asked
just
that last
commoners.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I didn't.
Yes.
Oh, I'll let you
Yeah,
know if he comes in.
You actually did. And Vincent, you probably don't want Orsic because my guy's hunting him too.
And my guy thinks he's dumb.
Doesn't matter. Mine's
Yeah.
hunting.
Okay.
But yeah, so you guys are able to get up in there, and then you had a 21, you had a nat 20.
And I had a nat 20 as well, but mine was just a 21.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's just,
And then Eurus,
so
what
that's
did
what
you
I'm
have?
saying. I don't know names, but
Yeah.
For
There's
that,
hunting.
look around.
Yeah.
I forgot that part.
Nothing.
so if he comes out, he's not. I'm killing him probably.
So
6 total.
6. Okay, yeah, you didn't really pick up on anything. It's still not too
Yeah,
hard
I
to
use
pick
my
up.
typical "we ain't found shit" line.
Yeah.
we ain't found
shit.
What did you have?
You rolled a 14.
14.
Okay, you two. So
What do we see?
You all, except for Eurus, see. Let's see.
Can we board the doors up at all? I'm just thinking.
I mean,
I'm
you could
trying
probably
to-
look around and find some.
That's
stuff
what I was
maybe.
gonna do. Is
yeah.
just not something to like keep anything from like from the outside coming in, but just board it up to like is more of like a stronghold type of mindset.
Yeah.
Eurus,
Smelly said the door's locked.
did you teach
Yeah.
Ingros by any chance
actually,
to
you
not
wanna
be
go-
afraid of chairs?
You
I
gotta,
can
Go for it.
I'll get him.
yeah, just don't try not to make
I
a little
can
too
try.
much noise.
We haven't had a rest in a while for me to do anything with you.
Okay. I
Uh,
just suddenly remembered that.
but everybody except for Eurus notices that there are 2 humans in plate armor that are badly mangled, dead on the ground near that gate that you guys just came in. Blood's oozing out, and they have bite wounds all over them.
What the fuck?
So yeah.
Well, do I see this too?
Yep.
I look for a chair or a stool.
Chair or stool.
Yeah.
No chairs or stools that you notice right off the bat.
What do you think the chances are that they just party too hard?
Unlikely.
Not out of the question, but not as likely as you would think.
Found someone standing.
Yeah, I shoved you in the building. Tired of dragging.
You shoved me in the building.
I marked it though.
What did you have? Go ahead and roll me initiative.
I don't want to.
You'll be all right.
I'm gonna die.
Maybe.
That's okay. 18.
And you can just say something.
Well, I was gonna tell the 3 dwarves and then keep forgetting her name. Harkina. Harkina or Arkina?
Arkina.
Basically, your character was knocked out. You come to, the door is barred up from the door. You're able to clear the rubble and come out the door.
What if I don't want to?
I mean, you can just stay in the house if you want.
I think you're allowed to.
So you go across the bridge and you see a
I
pack.
think
It's
it's
about
chasing.
7 ghouls. Oh, and they see you. They see you. And they turn and they start like running towards you. And, looking to your right as you're passing by a pair of buildings. And in the main thoroughfare, you see a heavily armored man on a flaming horse.
Oh shit! I know that thing.
I don't.
Guy had the
I'm
dragon.
gonna die.
Keep running. Give me.
Keep running and dashing and darting and ducking.
Give me a stealth check. You lost most of the ghouls. There's a couple of ghouls still make it out and see you, and they're just coming behind you.
I'm looking at him. You're running from one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. Like, this
Yeah.
is
I'm
ridiculous.
Let's say if you die to his lance, you instantly go to the river Styx.
Awesome! That would be great for me!
Well,